What is up, everyone? The Toyman 52 here with not a toy review today, but today more so of a complaint. Now, I want to talk about the Haslab Galactus. Now, this isn't him. This is the Marvel Universe version of Galactus. And today they announced what the second tier was, which was going to be, no, not second tier. Sorry, first tier of Nova, right? They showed a picture of her, bland figure, no real paint needed to be added other than making her gold and a new head sculpt, which is standard with every single Marvel Legend we've ever gotten. So this is my problem, is that you need 2,000 more backers to get that figure, when last year you only needed 1,000 just to get the extra figure, an accessory basically to the Haslab, right? So a lot of people are like, is this scamming from Hasbro? Is this a ripoff? And I was like kind of debative on that because this is my Marvel Legends Sentinel. So if you stand next to them, right, if they put them next to each other, Galactus is of course taller, and he's 6 inches taller, not even 6 inches taller, and you plus they're counting the antlers. So 14,000 for Galactus, 32 inches, when this guy was only 6,000 at 26.3 inches, if I'm correct. So you're going to tell me that for 6 inches more of a figure, and obviously the body's going to have to be a little bit bigger, it's all new sculpt, all new detail, I get it. I would have expected maybe 10,000 for Galactus needed with the $400 price point. I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. But the fact that they go more than double, I'm like, that's crazy. That's actually ridiculous. 8,000 more backers to make Galactus. So, and at first I was like, yeah, additional plastic cost, that's why it was 400. So I was also just not putting the math together, right? I think a lot of fans were just kind of baffled by it, but then people were giving excuses. Oh, it's the battery, the lights are different for this. They require 2 for the Galactus. Okay. But why does it need to be 2,000 more for a 6-inch basic figure? Even if it's a new character, like, why? From the quick digital render that they showed, looks like a basic figure mold of this. Maybe it'll be pinless, but I still don't see why you're going to do a base mode or base mold that's going to be pinless and then say, yeah, that's the justifiable reason to make it 2,000 more backers. Nah, I don't think so. The Sentinel was fully backed at 14,000 with all those accessories. You're telling me it's 14,000 just to get Galactus? Nah, I don't think so, Hasbro. I mean, I'm a hypocrite. I love Hasbro, right? Like, I got all their figures. I've got 3 Galactuses because it comes with 3 faceplates. And when Dwight Stahl talks about the face swapping, that's who he's talking to. He's talking to people like me who like to have every single version possible on the shelf. But, it's screwed up that they're really just ripping people off that are fans of the series for years. Before, everyone thought this is what we need just to make it. There's going to be some profit. But you're telling me, like, right now they're at 10,000, maybe 11 now because they announced Nova. But you're going to tell me that they're not going to make the figure, even though they're at 10,000 or 11,000 sales? No, they're definitely have him funded already. This is just extra money for Hasbro. I don't think it's the Marvel team's fault. I just think that the big guys at Hasbro were like, hey, Sentinel was extremely successful, so why don't we just raise the minimum and then we will surpass the minimum. I think that's what they thought. Like, oh, well, we got to 6,000 in 26 hours. We can get to 14 in 26 hours. And then clearly the Marvel team got shook up by this when they saw the sales weren't moving at all. They were like, yeah, let's look at the figure. Like, take pictures, show everything. Let's see the back. Let's see everything you can do, right? That's, okay, I get it. You're trying to sell your product. But now it's like, hey, here's the extra figure, right? Now, every tier is going to be 2,000 more? So you're gonna tell me I need 18,000 just to get to Silver Surfer, a repaint that maybe is gonna be the dark version, or I don't know what version people are thinking they're gonna get. Maybe the gold. And then what? There's supposed to be 2 more mystery tiers that the team's gonna get people to buy in. So I'm guessing it's gonna be an unmasked head from Galactus, because that's just gonna make people like me buy 1 more, But still, you're gonna tell me it's gonna take 22,000 to get to all 4? Doubtful, very doubtful. It just, before it was like, okay, maybe there's something that we're not seeing, what goes into the funding. But 2,000 more backers for a figure that's really just 1 base paint, gold all around, and then just has a nice head sculpt with, maybe it'll be translucent hair, but everyone would have been okay with just deciding to pick that up in store. Now I'm going to have, 3 Novas, and I'm going to have to decide which 2 I want to get rid of. I mean, that's what everyone's going to have. So it's just ridiculous that Hasbro's going to be doing something like this and expect everyone to be like, yeah, I'm in. But, ignore the fact that why is it way more than double than the Sentinel last year? You raised prices on plastic, but that only caused figures to be raised by $3. So percentages there aren't right. Why is it more than double? Why is it double for the tiers? For figures that are basically accessories to the Galactus, right? It just doesn't make sense. It's clearly, I don't think it's the Marvel team's fault. I think it's Hasbro, the big guys at the top, just saying, yeah, make more money, and screw you. I don't know if they're trying to play catch up because people have been screwing Hasbro over with swap outs and, among other things, stealing, claiming other, whatever shit. They're getting figures for cheap. So, or waiting on clearance too. That's another thing. So I don't know if Hasbro's just like, yeah, we took a huge loss because of COVID and we want to make money. And so they're going to do it by this guy, Is Star Wars Rancor going to be like that? I hope not. But, I mean, that guy, I think the Hasbro team there for the Star Wars, they're just going to do 1 Rancor. There's no head swapping with that guy, really, like Marvel's doing here. So, yeah, I mean, I got 3. I ain't going to cancel them because it's, look at me, right? Jesus. My family thinks I'm sick. So does my girlfriend. But this guy, I just don't think it's at that price point where Haslab, you can say, oh, this is how much we need to actually make it. They already got the amount they need to make it. I think they kind of double betted down on themselves because last year Sentinel was only digital render. Why do they have a fully tooled prototype of Galactus ready to show everyone? They can do everything you want to see. It took a lot longer to see Sentinel do any of that. So I think they kind of just jumped the gun and then made more figures than they needed to, or started production already, because I think that's what they really thought was going to happen, because it just don't make sense. It just it really doesn't make sense why the amount is needed. And overall, though, I think it's already funded. If people don't back it anymore, I think Hasbro's just going to be like, hey, we got to figure out how to release these figures because we made it. We already got everything set up. Maybe not like the unmasked head. I'm assuming that's what it's going to be, or whatever the 4th thing would have been for Galactus, but I believe that Nova and that Silver Surfer were already made. They're just repaints. Why does it need to be 2,000? I don't know. I think Hasbro doesn't know either. But take what you will with it. You could take this as me insulting Hasbro, or just, yeah, eye-opener, whatever. I don't care. I mean, if people are going to get it or not, I just wanted to express my opinion on how much of a ripoff that kind of is, and I really hate that's the way Hasbro's going, and it kind of makes me as a collector fear in the future, are they just going to upcharge everything, which they clearly are, just upcharge everything. Yeah, we're just gonna upcharge them all. They're all gonna buy it either way. The collectors, parents aren't going to, but they're on Hasbro Pulse. Do you think they're aiming for kids right now? No, not really. No, some might be, but Hasbro's just like, yeah, let's just get those collectors because that's who's buying them all. Like, it just is what it is, you know. But that's my opinion on it, guys. Sorry, there's no toy review in this video, but I am going to be posting 2 videos, so you will see that. So hopefully you guys liked this video and me expressing my opinion on how I feel about a certain subject of the Galactus being a ripoff or not. I like this one, so if you see them and you don't have 32 inches of space, because even for me it's pretty difficult to find 32 inches. I got 28 made for the Sentinel, but that's it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you next time, my next terrible review I got, and then maybe another video where I can just talk about toys. So thanks for watching, guys.